Good evening, sir. Yeah. Out, Alcoa, Tennessee. I'll tell you why. Yeah, it wasn't a good reason. It was good, but it wasn't a good reason. The death of a 16-year-old, and he has family here. Yeah, it was. And according to Mr. Pat back there, thumbs up and on the air and no clock. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this meeting, and certainly it's been a wonderful day, all things considered, and I'm glad to see you here. We've got what seems to be a doable agenda, so let's get started here. Let's see. First of all, Jamie here? Yeah, there you are. Jamie Jordan, Madison Home will come and give our invocation.
Let us pray. God, we thank you for your many blessings that you give us each and every day. Thank you for the lives that we live, and we thank you for this beautiful community in which we get to live in called Richmond. We thank you for these leaders that sit before us and those others that sit here in this room and for the work that they all do. Thank you for their sacrificial service that they lead out of. And Lord, we ask you that in the moments ahead, that you would bless them, not with human wisdom, but with your wisdom. Bless them with wisdom to care for those that live in this community. Bless them with wisdom to protect those who are in this community. Bless them with wisdom to restore those who are struggling. Lord, may they and may we all love one another with grace and in truth. And we pray this all in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Jamie, excuse me, but would you mind 30 seconds? Just give us an update on where Madison Home is now with these 90-plus degree temperatures and so on. What are we doing?
Yes. So Madison Home is currently, we're still running the transitional living program. We're getting applications about every other day for new folks and so we have about 18 that are staying in the building right now. As far as the temperatures go, been working with Kelly and Patrick, Reverend Patrick over at First Christian. We've got sites printed up. We did a cooling station Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. We're watching the heat indices and we're finding great volunteers to just be able to man that cooling station and get folks out. It was really crucial last Thursday since the library was closed for the 4th, but we had great people step up. It's a great community that takes care of the people. So
excellent.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
for
sir.
what you do, Jamie.
Yes, thank you.
What you've done for so long. We're honored to have a local U.S. Armed Forces veteran with us this evening to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Bill Seiler is a native of Corbin, Kentucky, and a proud veteran of the United States Navy, serving from 1951 to 1954. Mr. Seiler was assigned to the USS Worcester, on which he spent 2 separate 6-month tours on the Mediterranean Sea. His last cruise was for patrol duty, passing within 20 miles of the North Pole. Here, the crew experienced memorable rough seas that rolled the ship 30 degrees, knocking sailors out of their bunks. He received his honorable discharge in 1954 with the rank of gunner's mate 3rd class. Mr. Seiler and his wife, Iris, reside in Richmond as part of the St. Andrews retirement community. Thank you, Bill, for your service and for leading our Pledge of Allegiance. Please proceed, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it serves, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir, and thanks for your service. We'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Newby.
Here.
Commissioner Brewer. Commissioner Cole,
Here.
Commissioner Goble,
Here.
Mayor Blythe.
Here, thank you. I'll ask Carrie Hensley to come forward and make the presentations of our new businesses tonight. Businesses, we have a couple. Carrie?
Hi, I'm Carrie Lee Hensley, your Small Business and Economic Development Coordinator. And tonight we have two new business owners, well, three that's here, that are going to come up and tell you a little bit about their business. And to get us started, we're going to have Chloe and Hannah from Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Hi, everyone, and thank you guys so much for having us. I'm Hannah Turner, and this is Chloe Freeman. We own the new boutique called Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
We are located at 2139 Lantern Ridge Drive, Suite 400, and we're in the Richmond Center, right beside Buffalo Wild Wings.
And our business hours are Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And a little bit about our business, we have all kinds of ages. We do teens and women, obviously. And we have clothing and accessories for both. And an interesting fact about me and Chloe is that we're only 19 and 20, and we're still currently furthering our degree at Eastern Kentucky University. Thank you all.
You're one.
I know Chloe's issues. Are we centered, Kelly? Are we right? Oh, okay. I know, it's hard to get it lined up right.
All right, and next we have Jeremy Smith, owner of the Red Poppy. He's going to come and tell you just a little bit about his business.
Hi guys, how are you? Jeremy Smythe with the Red Poppy, located at 5006 Atwood Drive, right across from Toyota South. We are a coffee house, full floral shop and gift shop as well. So we have great coffee, iced coffees, refreshers, sandwiches, soups, homemade that I do daily, all sorts of great things. So yeah, we're really excited to be a part of the Richmond community. It's been great for us. I don't know so much a fun fact, interesting fact. So we have a nonprofit that I own the corporation through there, and we started that. It's called the Red Poppy Hope. So it's called helping other people excel. Taken from my past life and my 20s and stuff, bad decisions that I've made. So I try to carry that my lesson in my life and what I've learned on to other people. In the 3 months that we had the nonprofit that we got approved for it, we've given back over $3,000 to people to come in and eat, giving out food and things to people that come in. We donate a lot of people that couldn't afford prom flowers and things. We were able to donate, boutonnieres and stuff so they could have a good experience with prom. And we also have given away over $4,000 in giveaways to the community and gas cards and stuff for giveaways. We go live every Friday on Facebook and do a lot of great giveaways for the community. So that's just our way of showing that we're grateful to be a part of the Richmond community and we appreciate their support. So thank you.
Thank you. I said we were going to get finished at 7, but we're not now. Thanks.
Now, I'll go by his, I'm not sure if other girls just want to.
Yeah, maybe just.
Tammy, behave.
I'm trying.
Oh, my. Isn't life wonderful? We have in our packet tonight the minutes of our special called meeting, June 18. And remember that that June 18 was a special call because technically the meeting was to have been held the following Tuesday, but because of scheduling. So that was our regular meeting pushed to another place. Had a chance to look at those minutes. Is there someone, please, who will offer the motion that we will accept them as presented?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion of any of those? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Ordinance 24-14, an ordinance of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, assigning zoning classifications to the state-regulated medical cannabis licensing framework. This is a first reading. There will be no vote. Mr. Attorney, please.
Yes, Mayor, in summary, whereas the Commonwealth of Kentucky has legalized and created a regulatory framework for medical cannabis, and whereas the Richmond City Commission has carefully considered the Kentucky Legislature's actions and now defines and assigns zoning classifications to medical cannabis-based businesses under the Development Ordinance, and now therefore be it ordained by the City of Richmond Commission, the City of Richmond Development Ordinance is amended to create definitions and assign zoning classifications to the use of state-issued medical cannabis business licenses to read as follows. What follows are definitions of certain businesses and such as dispensaries, processors, producers that mirror state law, and the zoning classifications to be assigned. Agricultural zone, conditional use, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 medical cannabis cultivators. Difference in Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 is the amount of acreage, 10 acres, 40 acres, 100 acres. Prohibited uses in agriculture. Medical cannabis Tier 4 cultivators, dispensaries, producers, processors, and safety compliance facilities. R1 and R2, R3 zonings. Prohibited uses in all residential R zones, medical cannabis businesses on hold. Professional office, P1 zoning. Permitted uses, medicinal cannabis safety compliance facilities. Prohibited uses, medical cannabis cultivators, dispensaries, producers, and processors. B1 business, neighborhood business zone. Permitted use, medicinal cannabis dispensaries. Prohibited uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, processors, producers, and safety compliance facilities. Downtown business, B2 zoning. Permitted uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, processors, producers, and safety compliance facilities. Highway service business, B3 zoning. Permitted uses, medicinal cannabis dispensaries and safety compliance facilities. Prohibited uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, processors, and producers. Planned shopping center district, B4 zoning. Permitted uses, medicinal cannabis safety compliance facilities. Prohibited uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, dispensaries, processors, and producers. I1, light industrial zoning. Permitted uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, processors, producers, and safety compliance facilities. Prohibited uses, medicinal cannabis dispensaries. Heavy industrial I1 zoning. Prohibited uses, medicinal cannabis cultivators, dispensaries, processors, and producers. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect immediately upon passage after second reading and publication in accordance with the requirements of applicable Kentucky law.
Thank you, sir. This is the reading of ordinance 24-14. First reading. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Newby, Commissioner Brewer. Anything at this point, Mr. City Manager, Mr. Attorney, you want to add? I think we touched on it in the last meeting a bit, but
I would state that these do mirror the zoning assignments of Lexington Fayette County as well.
Are there fines if people try to cultivating in an area that doesn't fit this?
Certainly through
Is that
codes, we
from
would
the
be able to
state?
shut down
Yeah.
businesses that are not properly zoned. And yes, I have no doubt there are state fines if things are not regulated under their license.
I just didn't know what, I don't know what it would be. It'd be interesting to find out what that would entail. So,
There'll be a lottery process. Applications were able to be submitted to 1st of July.
right.
And mid-October, they'll do a lottery process for all different tiers of cultivation, safety inspection, processing, and then the dispensaries as well. And then by January 1, they should be able to open. So they'll have to have a state license, and I think it'll be heavily monitored. What I'm hearing is it's not something that you just walk into and show your card and buy what you need. You actually have to have an appointment and a scheduled pickup for a certain amount that the doctor prescribes. So it's very controlled.
even again, excuse me, to the license issuing, right? That's not everybody who wants one. There's a limited number, controlled number.
Yeah, for example, I think dispensaries, there's only 48 licenses statewide. I had that pulled up here, and they broke it into, I want to say 9 regions. So 11 regions, I'm sorry. And so you take 48 dispensary license across 11 regions in the state, you're not going to have them everywhere.
Right.
And I think I heard that Madison County would only possibly get 1, maybe 2 at the most.
Thank you. Any other discussion? All right, this will be on our agenda for the next meeting for a vote. Order 24-79, an order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, accepting a resignation by an employee in the Finance Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas Sam Dykes in the Finance Department has submitted his resignation notice to the city on June 14th, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation of Sam Dykes from the Finance Department effective July 1st, 2024. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank him for his service since 2023. This order shall become effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-79. May we have a motion, please, to bring this order to the floor for discussion and approval?
So move.
Commissioner Brewer,
Second.
Commissioner Cole, is there any discussion? Mr. City Manager, let me mention this, and Althea is here. I'm going to ask something here. There's an elephant in the room, I believe, with the amount of, and maybe it's my perception, turnover in that department, even if there are good reasons. I'm going to ask that, let's say for the past maybe year, that we take a look, just a little chart that says those who left and why they left, and see if there's anything we need to pay attention to.
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Absolutely, you got it.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-80, an order of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, accepting a resignation by an employee in the Police Department. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas Austin Kincaid in the Police Department has submitted his resignation notice to the city on June 26, now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners accepts the resignation of Austin Kincaid from the Police Department as Senior Police Officer Detective effective July 2nd. The Board of Commissioners would like to thank him for his service since 2022. This order shall become effective immediately upon passage by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, ma'am. That's Order 24-80. May we have a motion, please, to bring it to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Goble,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-81, an order of the City of Richmond declaring property surplus and providing for its disposition. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas pursuant to ordinance Chapter 34.02, disposition of surplus city personnel property, declares as a list of property which shall be submitted monthly to the city manager and submitted to the mayor and city commission for classification as surplus. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the July 2024 property described by the list as submitted by the police department, which is attached hereto, is declared surplus and is no longer needed by the city and is not suitable for the purpose of which it was intended. It is hereby authorized that the property is disposed of by gov.deals. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-81. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, if anybody
Yes,
has
sir.
a Ford Explorer, looks like there's seats and door panels and headrest and some rifle holders for a Ford
Everything
Explorer, if
except-
anybody's interested.
No?
What I was looking for, Chief, you know what I've been wanting? I'm looking for some lights and sirens. I don't see any on here. Terrible threat I'd be, terrible.
This service does really help us out, and you'll see this probably monthly, and it keeps us from doing an annual surplus auction, and it helps us get rid of stuff we don't want to use anymore.
And I don't know if any of the commissioners have done so, but you know, when we go to the KLC conference, annual conference, usually gov.deals is there.
Yeah.
One of
I
the,
always try to stop by and just say hello to them. But yeah, this is, that helps us to avoid that. Any further discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-82, an order of the City of Richmond accepting a bid for installation of a new playground at Dillingham Park. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the playground located at Dillingham Park, 136 Pine Street, needs to be replaced, and whereas the city advertised bids on June 15th and has received one proposal, and it's seeking approval from the board for the purchase. Now therefore be it ordered that the proposal submitted by Bluegrass Recreation Sales and Installation LLC in the amount of $147,875.60 be and hereby is accepted. The company is also a member of Sourcewell Co-op program on the state contract pricing. Funding for the project will come out of Parks Capital Outlay budget under Equipment, Dillingham Park Playground. The mayor is hereby authorized to execute the contract and sign any binding agreements between the parties. This order shall become effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-82. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Brewer,
Second.
Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion? This is good news.
Absolutely. And we're going to make every effort possible to have the playground equipment installed and also the courts redone and the new glass backboards for the Town and Gown event, which is tentatively scheduled for September 26th with EKU.
Coach A.W. is real hyper about getting out again to,
We've got some breakaway rims ordered this year, so when those guys are dunking, they won't tear things down.
so you mean like when I go up?
That's right.
What happens,
We definitely want to see that.
Oh, boy.
It's when you're coming down
It's
is
when
the
you're
problem.
coming down, that's the problem.
We'll have to ask Commissioner Brewer to
I'm not
call,
gonna even go there,
to
man.
call,
'cause
call
that ain't
some of
gonna
his
happen.
friends at the ambulance service and get them on over there.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, indeed, that would be a sight, Tim.
Pull a hamstring is what I have.
It'll look really nice when
Yeah,
it's done.
okay. Any further, it's good news. It's very good news, and a very well-used park. And the variety of groups that use it fascinates me. It seems as though there are a couple of teams that even come here. Bunches, groups, guys get over there and play basketball, so it's great. All right, ready to vote?
Yep.
All right, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Order 24-83, order of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, amending Order 24-58, authorizing the waiver of certain fees. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas in Rich, a Kentucky nonprofit corporation, mission is to provide employment and additional support services to people with alternative resumes in Madison County, Kentucky. And whereas it is requested that certain fees generated by its construction to its facilities be waived, and whereas the Board of Commissioners for the City of Richmond finds that the provisions of the services contemplated by the nonprofit corporation fulfills a public purpose, and that a waiver of fees in question is therefore proper and appropriate. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that all building permit fees be and same hereby is waived as requested by Rich, located at 110 South 2nd Street, Richmond. This order shall become effective immediately upon adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's Order 24-83. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Goble, Commissioner Newby. Is there any discussion?
I just had a question on the
Yes.
paragraph that starts out now, therefore it be ordered, and thought perhaps we ought to put in there that we're, obviously, I know it's kind of implied, but we're waiving the City of Richmond fees, so that if there were fees from the state of Kentucky or Madison County or any other fees, obviously, we don't have jurisdiction over that. So I just thought maybe to be clear in that paragraph, we should put City of Richmond fees, because that's really all we can control.
I can change that in the order if you.
I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that it's obvious that we
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, I
We can only
understand.
do our jurisdiction.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Any other discussion? I just have a question here, and I thought maybe you were thinking there too. As a business, will the actual technical employees of Enrich actually pay payroll tax? Or do you know what that
They
situation
would
is?
have to. It would be operated as a nonprofit, but I don't think that makes them exempt for occupational tax.
Not for the employees.
That's right.
Yeah, just
I
curious.
think that's right, yeah.
And I'm not looking for tit for tat. I was thinking, okay, if we're going to waive these fees, it might be good if there's another way in which
Yeah.
that comes
We
to
will
the city.
capture that.
I
That's
mean,
right.
I'm not being, not trying to be ugly.
And I know they
think
did-
that's a good point to make that clear too, because I just think anytime we're waiving something, that we need to be as transparent as we can.
Yeah.
So again, with that wording, I feel more comfortable, because if you and I had questions about it, somebody else could have questions too.
Yes.
So if we could just make that a little bit tighter and more
Yeah.
clear in terms of what we're waiving, I'd be more comfortable.
And that's a good point, because there will be some fees at
Yeah.
the state level for plumbing inspections and stuff like that. We have no
But
authority
we
to
can't,
control
yes,
that.
yes. Commissioner Cole, do we just want to, I mean this, just simply ask the clerk
To amend the language.
adjust the language here?
Yeah, I mean,
but
you
to
feel
certainly-
pretty confident what we're talking about, don't you? Just in
Yeah.
terms of, I just want it to be a little bit more clear.
I
Thank you.
can add that in
Thank you.
Mindy's motion then that she made.
Yeah, again. All right, any
job.
further discussion?
What do you know?
All right,
Let's see here.
just one other question. And do we have any idea where these fees could go? Just, we took out the max, 600?
They would be for building permits. I do know that like they got approved by the Board of Adjustments to add the patio on the sidewalk. as long as they left passage between the sidewalk and the street. So it would be fees for when a contractor comes in and submits plans to pour that patio. There's still building codes, inspections and drawings that need to be done, so it would have been a lot more than $600 when they would have had to apply for all that stuff. So I don't know what they exactly will be, but it'll be a lot more than $600.
All right, thank you,
Yep.
sir, thank you. Thank you. No further discussion. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-84, an order of the City of Richmond awarding a salt bid and authorizing the mayor to sign all documents relating to the said agreement. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond advertised for bids for the provision of salt for the City of Richmond fiscal year 24-25, and whereas the bids were submitted and reviewed by the use of eBridge Business Solutions, LLC. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the bid for the provision of road salt is awarded to Morton Salt. Morton Salt will provide a level of support and pricing outlined in the submitted proposal. Cost per ton will be $100.50. These purchases will be made through the municipal aid road funds. This will be determined to be the best proposal as submitted to the City of Richmond, and the mayor is also authorized to sign any and all documents relating to awarding the bid, including any agreements. This order shall be in full force effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 24-84. May we have a motion, please, bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
I move.
Commissioner Newby,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion?
Does anybody else just see that blue thing of salt?
Yeah.
Like every time they say that, it's like
Uh-huh.
the salt at my house, I'm thinking, here we are.
No salts like Morton salts, right?
No, we don't.
It just,
Wait, wait, wait.
I looked at Kelly and she looked at me and we started smiling because it just is kind of funny thinking about it.
Well, did anybody get this funny
Must have missed
feeling? What was it today? 90 what? 90, what was the temperature today?
It was hot.
Exactly.
talking
Who can
about-
even think about
We
salt
got
and snow?
Salt to melt, yeah,
Lord.
but we got to do it.
I do know Josh is happy with Morton Salts providing our street salt, and I want to say, Josh, what did you tell me, 1,200 ton or 12,000 ton we'd have on it?
Lord.
1,200 ton we'll have ready for the winter, so we'll be good to go.
Thank you.
And it's an
Hopefully-
increase, but it's not too painful,
Yes.
given the inflation that we're dealing with. It's not
Yeah,
too
that's
painful.
right.
Yes. Any further discussion?
Take your bucket out there, Mitty, save you some money.
Exactly.
For your
Exactly.
table salt, not your, never mind.
That's right.
Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby,
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole.
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Order 24-85, order of the City of Richmond adopting 2 new job descriptions. Madam Clerk, please.
Whereas the City of Richmond has adopted job descriptions for the employees, and whereas after review, it has been determined that these new positions were included in the fiscal year 25 budget, which needs a job description and a pay scale adopted. Now therefore be it ordered by the City of Richmond Board of Commissioners that the following job description and pay grade for the City of Richmond is hereby adopted. Administration Department, Assistant City Manager, pay grade 9. Digital Media Specialist, pay grade 4. The attached job descriptions shall be made a part of the city's job descriptions and incorporated into their departmental structure. This order shall be in full force and effect upon reading and adoption by the Richmond City Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That's order 24-85. May we have, please, a motion to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Brewer. Any discussion?
Both of the-
Go ahead, you
Go ahead, Tammy.
I just wanted to look at these two from a financial perspective, and make sure that I'm right. But the assistant city manager obviously is a full-time position, all the City of Richmond. But the second position is a little bit different, it's my understanding. The digital media specialist at a pay grade 4 would be shared with tourism.
That's correct.
So I just wondered if you could kind of walk us through kind of a little bit of the history of that and the need, what we hope to accomplish, and who's going to pay what in terms of the, the salary, the operating, the fringe, just kind of how you envision that working.
This individual would be very experienced in obviously video, and we feel like we can overlap that with tourism. Tourism has agreed to pay half of the salary, whatever that salary is, so we'll split the salary. We'll also split the time between tourism, City of Richmond, which would also include Parks Department, Police Department, Fire Department, promotional things we do with the mayor or the commissioners. So I think it's a justifiable position. We just need to make sure we get somebody that is committed to it full-time.
Will they go to full-time? I mean, is it?
Yeah, it's a full-time position.
So the salary, the benefits will be split between City of Richmond and then the tourism board, right?
That's correct, 50/50.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where will they be officed?
that's a good question. We haven't figured that out yet. I'm working on that. We're running out of office space, so we're kind of maneuvering some things around right now.
So with the, oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So with these two positions, the assistant city manager and the digital media specialist, will we have the opportunity again, as we did with the prior two positions, for a couple of us to serve on those committees?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
plan on serving on it. I want to do that. I didn't one before. I feel like I need to
Okay.
step up to the plate and everybody else.
Yes, I would be willing to
We've made
do
an
that.
offer for the, and this is getting off topic a little bit, but we've made an offer for the planning and zoning director position. I feel like that'll be on the next agenda for hiring. The safety and risk management specialist, we're sorting through applications right now, and we'll start the interview process here in the next 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So I would ask if there's two of you that want to serve on the safety and risk management specialist position. I would like two of you to sit on that committee. The building codes director and the codes enforcement coordinator positions close on the 19th, which is a week from Friday. We'll sort applications and ask for two of you to serve on those as well. These two positions we're talking about right here will be posted tomorrow or Thursday at the latest for 30 days. And then we'll do the same process with them.
I don't know if you all are sensitive to that, but I desire not to serve.
Okay.
On those. Now, of course, when we get to
Oh, I love to
the
serve.
one, yeah, good. The one regarding assistant city manager, I would want to be involved there, but otherwise, I wouldn't want three of us in the room.
Oh, no, I understand. And then you said these would be posted for 30 days. Well, we do our usual, so where do we advertise those at?
We do our website and then LinkedIn
In KLC?
and KLC. That was the one,
KLC
I couldn't think of the
portal.
third
That's
one.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And we're getting a very good response to most of our postings right now, so there's a good job pool. I think for the, well, to give you an example, they're doing Fighter 1 testing right now. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, they had 150 applications for 5 positions, so that's encouraging.
Really?
Goodness.
But now, another example is Director of Planning and Zoning, we had 3. So it depends on the position. It's, you know.
And the requirements there, yeah.
One cat was the wrong spot.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
But it's encouraging anyway,
Wow.
That is very encouraging.
yeah.
Let me ask a couple of questions. I made several notes on these. Let's see, the assistant city manager, we've discussed that. In fact, probably the last meeting we did again. And probably the year, over the past year.
We have, yeah.
But the digital media specialist, a couple of things, and I'm glad you cleared that up for me again about the shared position. The question I wrote here to myself is why? What has determined this need? And along with that, would there be, for example, any kind of overlap, or conflict, in the not negative sense, but with the position of public information officer? Kind of school me there, please.
I don't think there's conflict. I think it actually supports that position. I think it supports the tourism with what they're doing. And even the police department, the fire department, parks department, you've got somebody that overlaps and can support the people that are currently doing social media posts, but add the video piece to it. We may want to do a segment of question answers to inform the public about the simple basics of local government. And really, this was brought to us by tourism because they felt like there would be a need for it. And we felt it was fair to split the cost of it. Something else to consider too, with everything that's kind of coming down the pipe right now, with the approval of the distilleries in the county, it's going to put us in the southern footprint of the Bourbon Trail. And so you're going to see things happen, I think, in our community, like the Glendon Hotel, since the distilleries are coming down the pipe, has gotten interest from investors. So I think you're going to see things happen that we're going to be able to promote tremendously, along with our industrial development. That's another piece of it. I know you toured the PDI sites. You know, getting those out there. The Micron building is currently up for sale. Being able to have this person overlap between all of our departments and tourism and promoting this, I think I don't think it's so much as you said, a conflict of interest, but strengthening that message.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
I hope I answered your question there.
you did. Thank you. Let me see here, one other.
Felt like
So
I was
there are
doing-
some of these things then that are not being done now that we
Yeah.
will need. All right.
Yeah.
I wrote notes all over this thing. I mentioned public information. What about IT? How will that interface?
I think it will actually help IT and keep them out of the middle of producing and posting video. We really don't do a lot of that now unless it's drone footage. It's provided to us by the police department or by an engineering firm. So IT, it'll kind of keep them out of the middle having to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I scribbled all over it.
Yeah. And it may be that, depending on the candidates, it may be that when we do the interviews and we get done with them, that we don't feel that we need to move forward with it. It's not set in concrete that we have to have this position. It's just kind of an option for us. So let's get down the
Let's
road.
see what we
kind
get.
of pool of people we get.
Yeah.
And if we feel like it's got momentum, great. If it doesn't, we can not hire the person.
We might even learn some things in the interview process. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
do have in here that position will report to the city manager, and I just wonder, since it's split funding, split fringe benefits and all that, if we should make a note that they will report to the tourism board in a sense also in terms of the financial contribution they're making.
I think that's fair, sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cole,
Yes.
Commissioner Goble,
Yes.
Commissioner Newby.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe.
Yes, thank you. Do we have anyone who's come tonight with public comments? No one? Oh, yes, sir.
I talked to Mr. Marriage before about this. I don't know who's responsible for the railroad tracks on Irvin Street. It's a mess right at the tracks. On both sides, when you look both ways, left and right,
What kind of mess?
trees on the tracks, grass growed up this high, and it's just a nuisance in the neighborhood.
And is it in the tracks or?
Right there at the tracks, all the way from one end to the other.
Is that a right-of-way issue, you think?
It's CSX has, or the railroad, whichever one it is, has the right-of-way, Virgil.
Yes, sir.
And they're like dealing with the federal government to do anything,
Well,
so.
we asked them once before to deal with this.
I'm not saying we couldn't go out there and maybe clean it up. I just want to be careful and not put anybody at risk.
That's why I asked about the right-of-way. Yeah.
Right.
But I can ask again. I certainly will.
I mean, because the thing is, if you go any other direction where the railroad track is in Richmond, it don't look like it.
Huh.
But for some reason, in that area, right there, it's, you know, the tire place is right there, you know, and
Yes.
they look better than the railroad track area does, you know, and they do all that big tire work there, you know what I mean? So,
Morgan's tire.
We'll look at it again, and I'll drive by and look at it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's-
Let me see if I can find
That's a
somebody a
CSX,
little
man.
higher up the food chain at the railroad company, because I think the people I called, they could.
well, I mean, I was gonna go by there and pop a picture on both sides and then post it, you know what I mean? They better get some people looking
I thought you
at
said,
it, you know what I
gonna
mean?
go
You
pop
know?
a cap.
Yeah, no.
We have to beat the meeting.
Well, you know, like I say, that's
Yeah.
the area of town right there that I live in.
Yes.
And it's just a nuisance looking, you know what I mean? If we got codes and enforcements, they need to abide by the same thing that you know, that everybody else does, you know? Just because they the railroad service, they ain't no better than nobody else, you know?
Virgil, I'll give you an example on East Main there where you cross the tracks going out east. As soon as you cross the tracks, there used to be a little pawn shop there. I think it's something else
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
But that fenced-in lot right there is owned by the railroad, and we've asked them time and time again to go in there and clean that lot up. Just all that grown grass
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Can't get them to do it, so if anybody knows somebody higher up in the food chain at the railroad department, that'd be good.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, I'll try and look at you. Get one of these TV stations on your side or something like that. Turn the light on it. Turn the light on. That usually
Spencer,
causes
where you
things.
at?
There he is. There he is. Go take a picture of the grass, those weeds, and I'm gonna drive by, Spencer. You can ride with me.
You do realize I have a nice camera sitting right next to me, though?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Spencer. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I know you've been busy, but I'm gonna bring this up here. I know you didn't have a chance to get to it, because you've been busy. But CVS again, we need that sign up saying, do not turn left. They turning left coming
So
out
where?
on Main Street.
What you talking about?
They're coming out and they turning left, and the other day, a person was walking, almost got hit, and a car almost got hit, because this person was pulling out. They're supposed to turn right, because the yellow sign, the yellow mark, is double. You ain't supposed to go across. They're going across it, and cars are coming. Somebody's gonna get hit, hurt, or killed.
Do they have a sign? Does CVS have
No,
a sign?
there's nothing there. I mentioned it a couple of months ago, but you got real busy on some things you had to get done.
I don't know that we
So
can
I'm
do that,
bringing it
can we,
back up.
Chief?
You know where he's talking about.
Yeah, I think we looked
Yeah,
at it, and we
we-
weren't sure where we could put the sign is the problem, because you've got sidewalk, and then you've got road coming out of CVS, so we need to figure out where to put the sign.
Yeah,
so
well,
people can see it.
And that would
when
just
they
really
come
be a
up,
courtesy, though,
when they
wouldn't
get
it?
ready to come out,
It is, Mayor.
when they get ready to come out on Main Street, if the sign is on the right side of the passenger
Yeah.
side, it would work. I mean, everybody ain't gonna go by it, you know, some people gonna do what they wanna do anyway, but it would help somebody's gonna get hurt right there. Cause I was up there the other day, and this car just came on out, didn't even look, and almost had a wreck.
Wayne,
know-
we'll look at it again.
Look
buddy.
at it again? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yes, sir.
I know we looked at it once and nothing's happened, so. I'll
Maybe
check
even
it.
an approach like that at Madison Central High School. You know, one of those exits, it says you can't turn left between certain hours. And it might be, well, we can approach it. We'll take a look at it. But thank you, sir. Anyone else? All right. Mr. City Manager, please.
First off, I want to thank everybody for the work during the 4th of July event. Police Department, Fire Department, Parks Department, Parks Grounds, Road Department. Brooks cooked. He's not here tonight, so we can't tease him, but I don't think anybody got poisoned, so that's good. Lot of fun, a lot of long hours out there, and I got a lot of compliments on my phone from people that even getting out after 10 o'clock was good, so I want to thank everybody for that. The entertainment district will be activated this Saturday for Hops on Vine, which is down off of Water Street. We'll go ahead and activate the whole district so people can walk with open beverages. We also have Texas Fest going on over here at Straight from Texas Barbecue, so you'll see a lot of people downtown this weekend, and that's a good thing.
Good, that's a good thing.
Yep. The pool slides are currently closed down at Paradise Cove. We've had some complaints of some scrapes and injuries from the slides, so Tim has the group out of Indianapolis coming in tomorrow night to inspect them. And normally it's a matter of doing some sanding work and repainting, and so hopefully we'll get them back open soon. We are offering the twilight rates for people right now, which is a cheaper rate since the slides aren't open. That's probably a good thing, because I think I gotta take my youngest son, and I won't have to get on the slide and get a back adjustment. The new park is coming along nicely in Phase 1. We are putting out an advertisement Thursday for a request for information for companies and firms that market and manage large regional sports complexes. This is the first part of getting information for companies that do that kind of stuff. So we're asking companies to provide us portfolios with experience they have in managing regional soccer tournaments, pickleball tournaments, tennis tournaments, disc golf, and mountain bike competitions. So we've started that process. And I think that's all I have on my list.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Newby?
Well, I have two items. I guess the first is a question. What's a question? On First Street, going down First Street, and you got, the old dog on the right there. Well, the parking has, it has like 2-hour parking on, on the street there, you know what I'm talking about? Well, right before you get to that, there's probably 2 spaces, and it's got like an old, where it was painted red years and years ago. There's no, I don't know if that was an entrance, but there's no fire hydrant there or anything. Could that possibly be made into 2 more additional parking spaces available?
I think John Leeds talked to us about that a couple weeks ago. And I think it is possible, Jim. One question that the people had was, when you come out of that parking lot, if you turn right, if the car's parked at that entrance, it kind of protrudes into the right turn. But we still might be able to squeeze one, I think one spot out of it.
I just thought it might help a little bit.
Yep.
And my second item is on Baker Court. At the top of Baker Court, in the road, there's probably 3 or 4 little foot area that all of the concretes came up, and it's probably worthy of a patching because there's a lot of traffic. It's a cut through, a lot of traffic goes through there, and it's not on the side of the road. It's in the road, so a lot of cars are coming through. Some residents have said, and like a tire will hit a piece of rock, and it shoots into people's yards. It could hit a car. Or
Baker Court?
Baker Court, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, up towards the side. You'll see it. It's
Absolutely. We can take care of that.
Jim, which end, the cemetery end or Main Street?
Cemetery end?
Cemetery end. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioner Goebel?
I just wanted to thank Carrie again for a great trip to Springfield. And you kind of think, what could you learn from a smaller place? We had our reasons for going, but I'm telling you, they've got their act together and they're doing a great job. And it was just great to, just the bus ride there and back and being able to converse and share ideas and thoughts that we had about downtown and different things. So just thank you for that. And thank you, David, for the tour that you did for the park and industry and all that. It's very advantageous for us to get to see things kind of in the process and be able to answer questions and talk to people about it. And so that was very, very good, and I really enjoyed that. And we all ended up having a little pit stop at Buc-ee's and all kinds of stuff. But it was a great day. And then just something by being in the car with John McPherson, and I think I've mentioned this to you, Rob, but I can't remember. But is there possibly a way, he was talking about, when he goes to Danville to eat dinner and things like that, there's no big truck traffic downtown. Like, they don't allow it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that, but it really is. I've seen people have to back up
Oh, yeah.
on the street because they can't everywhere. It's terrible. So I just think how awesome it would be, especially with all the things that we're talking about getting downtown and all the new restaurants and things like that, if we're going to do outdoor seating and that kind of thing. It's just a thought and maybe something that we could make happen as well. I don't know how you do it. I'm just throwing
I
it out
can
there.
put the request into the Transportation Cabinet District 7 because it's a state highway.
Got
And
it.
we don't have the authority over it, but I can request that to them and see what they say.
I mean, it
Yeah,
can't hurt to
absolutely.
ask, right? So
Yep,
that was it.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Brewer?
In front of Personal Touch Dry Cleaning, or the road that we have there when you turn in, it's kind of like what Commissioner Newby has, it's all broke away. If we could get our people in there to fix up that road, or our part of the road there where the big hole is.
Is that coming off the bypass, right off the
No,
bypass?
right there by the drive-through
Okay.
entrance. And
Okay.
On that
very timely
street.
because it's been done. I saw it today.
Okay.
And we asked and thank you, but, yeah, it
Have you
was,
been out there yet, John?
there was actually a hole there. It warned
Okay.
people who would turn and go into their drive-through, so it, yeah, they
It's their
asked about it.
business, but it's our highway, the city's highway, right, our road there.
Mhm. And it's outside the actual curb, so I think it's ours. But, yeah,
Josh, it
thank
sounds
you.
like we need to prioritize our list tomorrow, doesn't it? We'll take care of it,
Thank you,
Mike,
Josh.
absolutely.
That's all there.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioner Cole? Yeah.
I know we're super close, but I just wanted to get an update on the baby box and when we anticipate being able to have that.
I think it's through the 7-day testing period, and I think we're just waiting for a date from the Safe Haven Baby Box group to come down and inspect it and do the christening, but we don't have that date yet. We're ready to go. We're just waiting on them for a date.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we had to be close.
Yeah, I think we made it through the 7-day testing period, and we're just waiting for them to nail down a date.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And no mention of the light?
I'm sitting here thinking
The
about
light
that.
is on.
I thought there'd be like some kind of balloons and
Confetti?
party hats or
Confetti
or
and-
something.
I was waiting for that.
I mean, seriously.
It is a good day. The light is on and it seems to be working
Hole's
great.
out in the middle of the road, too.
Exactly.
Good show, good show. All right. Rob, when will we actually begin the actual paving of streets? Is that,
We'll start working on the list here. It's on my list of things to do probably in August, and put that list out to bid late August, and we usually get them done late September, early October,
Got it.
depending on when the contractor can get to it. So if you have any roads that need to be paved, let me know.
thank you, sir.
We've got a long-running list, but it always can be moved around, so.
Thank you, thank you. Let's see, there's one tonight. How many more Tasty Tuesdays do we have? I
They go
noticed the
through
folks up there-
September, I believe, through
Oh,
the,
okay, so we're,
yeah.
There's several.
okay, good. Well, they're up there this evening.
I think
There were
they
a couple
end,
of
yeah,
drops of
because we-
rain,
Yeah.
but it didn't,
Yeah.
There was a big crowd when I came by.
good, okay. We've discussed several, even tonight, a couple of additional positions within city government. I don't know if we actually maintain one, but could we get now a, what do you call it? A diagram,
Table of
what do you call it? The organization table, yeah.
Flow chart. or
Just
the-
as a float, yeah, just to
Absolutely.
see now, because Commissioner Cole brought up something, for example, about one of the positions and reporting to, for example, the city manager, just to see who reports where.
Yeah, absolutely, and, you know, if we get to the point where we hire this assistant city manager, I have an org chart that kind of conquers and divides some different departments, so I've got a plan for that as well. That I think
Thank you,
will
sir,
work.
thank you.
I'll work on that. I don't know how quick I can get it to you.
No,
That'd be very
yeah,
helpful,
that's-
though. That
yeah.
would,
Yeah, because we've
help us
added,
all.
we've
I know.
added some.
And then with the assistant city manager, it kind of makes several changes, so
Yeah.
the time, yeah, we definitely need that
By the
revised.
removal of the director of what I've called, Lisa makes me call it the mega department. So with that person gone, with that position gone, then we have
That's
the
right.
ones that we're now looking at.
And
So-
just so you know, I've been facilitating, and I think I put this in my update, the building codes, codes enforcement, weekly meetings on Monday morning, the planning and zoning meetings on Wednesday, and safety and risk management meetings as well. And to be honest with you, moving forward, even with leadership in those departments, I'll continue to do that. It helps me tremendously. And with an assistant city manager, I'll be able to do that because I can dole out some other responsibilities. But I'm not saying I'll attend every night meeting, but the daily meetings, I think it's important for me to be there.
Let's see, we will have the executive sessions, is that right? Let me move in. One more item. Let me talk about Buc-ee's. And for this reason, yesterday, we actually had someone from Dayton, Ohio. What's the name of the community? Kelly, you remember? Huber Heights. They're getting a Buc-ee's.
Oh, wow.
And just further up I-75, actually on 70, and they wanted to know, what's it like to have a Buc-ee's? The one down at Smith's Grove outside Bowling Green on 65 is now open. I wasn't able to go down. I wanted to be there for their ribbon cutting, but I couldn't do that because of the meeting I had. But they're open. I stopped in anyway when I came from the KLC board meeting and just met some of the folks and blah, 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 blah. But the field is getting crowded here now. I think Ohio's got maybe 3 that's coming. We were the northernmost site at the time we opened here, but they will be, that's okay, that's
I
fine.
can attest that ours sure is busy.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, my
Yes, indeed,
goodness.
yes, indeed. One of the things that is coming here recently in conversation on a more common frequency, the traffic northbound is becoming dangerous. Does that warrant, Rob, calling Frankfurt and telling them you got, or maybe the district office, something's got to happen because I've seen it that, I'll go sit up there sometime on the overpass and look at the
Yeah.
traffic and
Well, if you remember, Buc-ee's proposed a slip lane
That's
off of
right.
I-75 and was going to pay for it that would feed directly into Buc-ee's. It had been a third lane, and the transportation cabinet wouldn't approve it, and it
Yes.
was kind of funny that the engineer said, well, you'll be back.
He said, "We'll be back."
Yeah, we'll be back. And it's
Exactly.
happened in other communities where they didn't allow them to do it, and they came back and installed the slip lane. So
Yeah.
I can certainly reach out to KYT7 and ask them.
I would suggest anyone who happens to be going down to Bowling Green, if you'll pull over, if you'll get off at the ramp that will take you to the Buc-ee's site, which is right there at the intersection, the interchange. But if you will get off, you will notice in front of Buc-ee's there, in front of Buc-ee's, they put in roundabouts. You might want to, if you're down that way, just kind of see how that feels. But yeah, they didn't get to that either. Okay, let's see. That's it. Is there anything else we need to do in here? If not, we'll ask for a motion, please, that we will go out of regular session into executive session according to KRS 61.810, subsection 1, sub C, regarding pending litigation. KRS 61810, subsection 1, sub F, regarding personnel. May we have that motion, please?
So moved.
Commissioner Cole?
Second.
Commissioner Newby? Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer? Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Clerk. We'll need to do an amendment, right, of the agenda?
Yes, amend the agenda.
Okay, thank you. All righty.
Let's see, that would be.
It did get colder.
I feel cold.
Less people or something, I don't know. Chilly.
Order 2486.
Ordered. That's order again 24-86.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We lost everybody.
I'm gonna stand.
May we have a motion, please, that we'll return from executive session to regular session.
So moved?
Second.
Commissioner Cole, Commissioner Newby. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. Now may we have a motion, please, to amend the agenda after returning, and let me state this, returning from executive session, no action having been taken. May we have a motion, please, that we will amend the agenda now to include Order 24-86.
I move.
Commissioner Newby
Second.
and Commissioner Goble. Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Newby?
Yes.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes, thank you. I'm going to ask that Mr. Attorney, you would read for us, please, Order 24-86.
An order of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Richmond, Kentucky, terminating an employee in the Public Works Department. Whereas Mr. Ciano Smith is an employee with the City of Richmond, still in a new employment probationary period, and whereas the City of Richmond would like to thank Mr. Smith for his work and wish him the best in his future endeavors, now, therefore, be it ordered, Mr. Smith's employment with the city is discontinued.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. Heard the reading of this order, 24-86. May we have a motion, please, to bring to the floor for discussion and approval?
So moved.
Commissioner Brewer,
Second.
Commissioner Goble. Is there any discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner Brewer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cole?
Yes.
Commissioner Goble?
Yes.
Commissioner Newby?
Is this the?
Abstain.
I abstain.
Yes.
Mayor Blythe?
Yes. Thank you. Let's see. Althea, you and the city manager will proceed to. All righty, all righty. All hearts and minds cleared?
Yes.
We'll entertain a motion then to adjourn.
So moved.
Commissioner Cole,
Second.
Commissioner Goble, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All
Let's eat.
opposed, no. Ayes have it, and so done. Thank you very much. Tasty Tuesdays, here we come.
We don't have much time.